Oh great, there you are. Let's get started. Today we're reviewing, actually I'm reviewing because I'm alone, RealFlight 6.5. This is not really a video game, neither is it a movie, neither is it a music video. It is a remote-controlled airplane and helicopter flight simulator. Basically, why am I reviewing this? This is basically, to me, if you don't know, my hobby, one of my major hobbies, is remote-controlled aviation, helicopters and airplanes. I own like 8 airplanes and like 7 helicopters, I think. And I've been doing that since I was probably like either between the ages of 8. Yeah, I started at 8 with like a toy, and then I worked my way up. So so I got this simulator to practice with, and it has really helped me out a lot. This is also a simulator I want to talk about because if you are interested in getting involved with remote control aviation, then I'm going to talk about why you should get this, because this is going to really help you out a lot. As you can see on the screen, I think we should just go ahead and get started. I'm just using a controller here that plugs into the computer via a USB port. So now I'm just going to go ahead and power this baby up. Right now, that's on the screen is a Thunder Tiger Raptor, G4 Raptor, I think. I think that's what it is, and it's a 700 size. 700 size is like 63 inches in like blade tip to blade tip. That's also in length. So let's go ahead and spin this up. And as you can see, I have a controller on screen, so you can see what I am doing. So you can see the left stick there, and I'm raising it up. It'll spin faster, and until eventually it gets off the ground. Yay! Alright, so just if you don't know the controls of a RealFlight, let me go ahead and explain it quickly to you. The right stick, this is right. My right, not your right. The right stick, this one that's moving, if you push that forward, it'll go forward, and it will fly forward. And if you pull it back, it'll tilt back, and it'll fly backwards. That's helicopter. If you tilt it to the left, you push to the left, then it will go to the left, and you push the right stick to the right, your helicopter will go right. And the next stick, the left stick, if you push that more forward, your helicopter will go up faster. That's basically your throttle and your helicopter's blade pitch. That might be a little hard to understand. On the left stick, if you turn it to the left, your helicopter will turn left, and if you do it to the right, it will turn right. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and fly this around. So, RealFlight 6.5, how is it at a flight simulator? It is pretty well made. Put a lot of thought and effort to give the one who wants to learn how to fly a remote control model the best experience possible, and also gives it the best feel possible. Also, this is not the latest version of RealFlight. The latest version of RealFlight is like 7.5. Yeah, 7.5. And I haven't seen really any need to buy it right now, because there's not a ton of new features. There's just a ton of, I think, like gaming online features, and I don't go online too much, in RealFlight anyway. So, yeah, that's that. So as itself, I bought RealFlight 6 because they upgraded the physics and like the way the copter feels, and I needed that because I was getting into copters at that time. And boy, does it really work, and I really enjoyed it. So physics-wise and like how it feels from what I've flown in real life, does this feel very realistic? Yes, it does. It kind of doesn't now because I have the wind turned off. Hang on, I think this will turn the wind up. There we go. We have it at 4 miles per hour now. More of a realistic wind condition. Right now I am at a 3D generated area, like the flying site I'm flying in, where my helicopter's flying in. It's a 3D generated area, computer made area, you know, with all these obstacle course rings and stuff. There's basically 2 flying sites. Hang on, let's just talk about the menu. Let me land it. So RealFlight. So RealFlight's physics and stuff, this does feel a lot like real life. I really like it because it just, I don't get as worried when I fly my real models, because the simulator really gets an accurate feel of what a helicopter feels like. Right, let's go ahead and bring our menu up. On my controller there are a few buttons. One is the reset button. If you crash your model, you press reset, it'll just reset it automatically. The menu select button, the cancel button, and an up and down control for like selection. So if I press the menu select button once, it'll bring up this small menu. And if I hit the dial, it will switch between the two. So this first one is a scenario selection. It like selects a scenario like a place and like a plane that you might probably want to fly it at. Like it suggests it. this next one down is your aircraft. There's a ton of aircraft in here. Some aircraft you see here are not, like, they don't come with RealFlight 6.5 because RealFlight also makes expansion packs, you know, with more copters, more airplanes, more flying sites. I bought a few of those and add them onto here. Next down is your flying sites. I'm not going to switch right now because last time I did that, while recording, it crashed, so I'm not going to switch between the two. But basically you have two types of sites. You have your 3D computer-generated sites, and you have your 2D photography sites, like this one I'm showing called Liar's Field. Basically, what this is like people go to this place, photographers, and they take a picture of it all the way around, and then they stitch them together, and then they put them in so you can fly at a 2D flying site. So really, what's the difference? Well, if you're at a 3D flying site, you can select like different cameras for your model. Like for example, if I press F3, I'll enter a chase view of my model, and we can like fly around in these rings, which I'm gonna do right now. Oh, that's kind of hard to see. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Okay, so basically, RealFlight 6.5. I really enjoyed it. It feels a lot like real life, and I really think like if you really want to learn how to fly, you want the most accurate representation of an RC model possible, then get RealFlight. If you're gonna get like any, it should probably be RealFlight 6, like because that's the most realistic, updated version. You know, like they majorly updated the realism in RealFlight 6, so that's the version I would at least get. You can get any version, but that's the one I recommend. Also, model selection. It has a really nice model selection between, like, you have some beginner copters on here, so if you've never flown before, you can, like, practice with the beginner ones and then work your way up to big ones like this, which are a little hard to control. And also, airplanes. I am slightly better with airplanes. I think it's because I was flying it for longer. Oh, dang it, the game is starting to lag. Sorry about that. It just is I'm much better with the plane, so I'll fly planes here in a second. I'm good with copters too, and I view copters and airplanes equally. Like, I love flying both. I'm just a little better with the airplanes, probably because I've been flying them for longer. Oh, don't block it. Okay, there we go. What now to talk about? RealFlight also has some really cool features like photography. Stop freaking lagging, please. Let's go. I have a great idea. Let's just go back. Let's go back down. F1, come back. Okay. Alright, so RealFlight 6.5 has some really cool features, such as you can like build your own model and like add all the parts from like scratch, and you can do that, and it's pretty cool. You can also make your own flying site, like 3D flying site and obstacles and stuff. Also, what you can do, you can set to fly at night, and when you fly at night, your model like lights up. It has lights all around it, so it looks really beautiful when you fly at night. People do that in real life. They fly at night, they put lights on the plane or helicopter, and they put them in a pattern so they know which way like the helicopter is facing, so they make sure they don't lose orientation of it. But anyway, back to RealFlight. That's a really cool feature. You can also, like, if like a model like in the simulator, like you want to adjust like how it feels, its sensitivity and all that, you can adjust that too, which I really like. I've done that with a few models in here. And also, like, if you're learning to fly, something cool, which is up here. Let me land my copter. Recordings. You have some recordings here. That's actually mine. Training. You have some training here. You can like it'll put you like in a scenario, and then it will train you to fly like a helicopter in an airplane. And it'll tell you like how to take off and how to land and like what you should do and like what you should control. It's very helpful. And also, even something cooler is that they get professional pilots from around the world to like record their voices and like install it into the flight sim, and also record their model flying. Like they record. It's kind of hard to explain, but they have like virtual flight instructor recordings also, so you actually get real advice from real pilots with real experience. Also, something really cool, you can, like I said, you can adjust the weather. You can adjust how dark it is, and you can also adjust the wind. I don't think you can make it rain. I don't think so. And also, something else that's cool, this is also multiplayer. So, like, if you have another controller, like one that's used to fly real models, then you can like plug it in with like some wires that this simulator came with, and you can do multiplayer. And what's even cooler, why would you want to do multiplayer? Well, hang on, let me bring up a model. Where would it be? It will actually be up. I'm looking for the P-51 Mustang. It's a Warbird. Did I pass it? No, it's still going up. P-51. Combat. There we go. Oh my goodness, the guy. Oh gosh. Okay. There we go. Let me reset. Okay, so something cool in this. Let me go ahead and get it in this view because it'll be much more noticeable this way. Is that RealFlight comes with a combat, so like you can, if you're an RC pilot, you can like fight your friends with like guns that you see there, and you can also do it with missiles. And there's something cool, so you can go online with people and then, like, you can like shoot each other down. You can play games like races, or you can and there's a ton of different games made in this. This is a really well thought out flight simulator and really planned out to give the RC pilot the best flight simulation experience yet. Clearing my throat there, sorry. What else do we have? We have some gadgets here. We have a little thing here that will tell you your airspeed, your altitude, your graphics, your frame rate, your heading. You also tell your RPM on your plane, and also tell you your wind speed. And wind speed is like if you're heading into it, if you're not heading into it. It's kind of a hard concept. Let's bring that back down. Now your controller, you also have a feature called binoculars. What that does, as you can see there, from that binocular point of view, it might come back up in a second. Oh, I don't. That binocular is like if your model gets too far, that will activate, so you can know like where your model is, like for practice and stuff. Let me put that back down. So yeah, this flight simulator, like I know probably a lot of people who are watching probably have this, but as of a flight simulator is quite good, and it's pretty well thought out with like its game planning, and also, wonder if you can fly through that building. Let's see if we can fly through that building. Not the rings, but just like the building. And there's a ton of models on here. In fact, as soon as I fly this building, I'll show you my skills with a 3D aerobatic plane. 3D, if you don't know what that means, 3D in airplane mode means that the plane, if it's a plane, that means that the plane's engine has enough power that if you point it straight up, the plane will hover like a helicopter. That's what 3D means in airplane terms. Not like 3D movies. That's what 3D means in airplane and helicopter terms, RC. A helicopter, that means that the heli can do, like, it can do a ton of like cool maneuvers, and it can fly upside down. That's what 3D helicopter is. So let me switch to this view, and let me switch my model to a really, there we go, this one, yes. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my skills with the plane. I'm much better with the plane. Hang on, turn on my lights. There we go. So this is what 3D plane does. The 3D planes can hover like you see here, and they're turning because of something called torque roll. It's basically the same concept that why a helicopter spins if it doesn't have a tail rotor. It's the same type of thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. There's not too much more to talk about, really. It's just a really cool flight sim, and there's a ton of stuff to show, which I can't show in the amount of time that I have. And, so yeah, you can adjust a ton of stuff. You can adjust, your plane's model, how it feels. You can build your own airplanes. You can build your own flying side. You can adjust your environment. You can do multiplayer and online stuff. You can do, like, your own recordings, like record with the flight simulator on here to like show people like your skills, and they can see your recording. There's a cool training features to train the pilot. It feels realistic. It looks pretty good. It's not the highest graphics now, because if it was the highest now, I would have trouble recording it. So I had to turn down the graphics level a bit. But as a flight simulator from an RC pilot perspective like mine, yeah, this is really worth it. I think to buy like the normal full version, it's $200. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty worth it, because you buy this thing once, you'll get a ton of features and you'll get a ton of stuff. If you were just looking for a flight simulator, like just to teach you how to fly and just to practice flying, you don't care about like online features and all that, there's something called RealFlight Basic. It's a more basic setup of the RC Flight Simulator, and it is only $100. I bought that one as my first one just to learn, and then I bought this one because it's much better feel and stuff. But I think that's about it. I really don't know anything else to show you without like boring you without RC plain concepts that either would confuse you or that you won't listen to because it will bore you. So I'm just gonna bring my plane in. Bring it in like that. Ooh, careful, careful, careful. Nice. All right. So there you go. That is your review of RealFlight 6.5. I really like it. Like I already told you about all the stuff that I like and all the stuff that you can do with it. So now I have to rate it a 1 out of 6 rating. 1 being our worst rating, which is the incinerator vault, and blah, dang it, my throat. Okay, and next one is our best one is the enrichment vault of awesome, memorable gaming, because this is mostly towards a game. So as a flight simulator, I would give this a 6. Like really, this is really superb. It's a really superb made remote control flight sim. It's been put in a lot of effort. They've gotten a ton of RC pilot experts to help make this sim, to make it feel the best it can feel, and it is just bizarre, like in the sense that I'm speaking in. So yeah, it's a really, really great flight sim. And if you're interested in an RC flight, and if you want a great remote control flight simulator, this is your best bet. So there you go. 6 out of 6. The Enrichment Vault of awesome, memorable gaming. Okay, so that about wraps up this review. If you liked it, and if you want to see more from us, you can go ahead and press the like button on the video, and you can also subscribe. And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.